delegations. So, before we read delegations, I have a brief statement. OCDSB is committed to building a culture of caring which prioritizes the dignity and well-being of all people, does not tolerate harassment of our staff or administrators for any reason, including the acceptance and inclusion of trans or LGBTQ students. In Canada, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is an important component of our Constitution and guarantees the rights of individuals, including the fundamental right of free expression. However, all fundamental freedoms are subject to reasonable limits, as can reasonably be demonstrated in a free and democratic society. The Ontario Human Rights Code, provincial legislation that supersedes any other legislation in Ontario, explicitly protects individuals by gender identity and gender expression, cementing the rights of trans students to identify with their given gender and to be treated no differently than a cisgender or non-trans person. This includes washrooms, sports teams, or any gendered spaces or clubs. Outside Ontario, some jurisdictions grant great latitude to school boards for modifying the curriculum and choosing to support or not support LGBTQ students. Ontario is not one of those jurisdictions. If you have concerns about the Ontario Human Rights Code and what it requires of school districts, you may address those concerns to the Ontario government. The board recognizes its duties to uphold the principles of the Education Act and the Ontario Human Rights Code. With this in mind, the board will not allow delegations to promote hate, harassment, or violate the Ontario Human Rights Code, use offensive, obscene, or defamatory language, or make negative or derogatory references about individuals or groups. Delegations that start on one topic and cross to that line will be ruled out of order. Delegations, even those critical of how the district handles trans policies that are not a violation of human rights policy, will be in order. And finally, the trans community has our unwavering support. With that said,